Hi everyone, welcome to the Nostalgic Dragon. I talk about fantasy books, science fiction books, and sometimes philosophical books. Today, obviously, Malazan. And I will show you the three books I got from Broken Binding. I'm not sponsored by Broken Binding, I bought them myself. They are very beautiful copies, and I want to show you the illustrations and how the books look like. Um, I'm also going to rant a bit about my Malazan journey while I'm doing this. I have some questions for you as well, and I know many of you are Malazan focused and biased as well. And maybe interested in Malazan because I know some of you will start to read Malazan. Actually, I'm quite happy for this because I started to read Malazan on my iPhone. The books were not in stock, and I was so curious, so I ordered Gardens of the Moon on my Kindle, or I think it was Kindle, maybe it was some Swedish ebook provider. I'm not sure. But I think I read almost one third of the book on my iPhone because I was so hooked before the books came. I ordered all 10 at once, actually. That was good since I'm sitting here 4 or 5 years later. Before I will show you the illustrations in this book, I would like to show you the package or the box, which the books came in. Three books came. The first three books in the Malazan Book of the Fallen. And the box looks like this. Very nice. And unfortunately, the lighting in here is not so good. I'm not sure if you can see this so clearly. Maybe you can doing it like this. It means that it's one of the first lines in the Gardens of the Moon. It says, "Now these ashes have grown cold. We open the old book." And with the book came a with the books came a map. It looks like this. The known world. I will do like that because of the it's a cloudy in Sweden today, rainy, and this is a blog, so a book blog. So I don't have the equipment for good lighting yet, at least. Maybe later this year. Um, the book looks like this, Gardens of the Moon. I'm curious on how your Malazan journey started. How come you started to read the book? How come you maybe haven't started but are interested in the book? I'm interested to hear it. I was recommended by a friend. That's why I started. He know me quite well, and he said you will definitely like this book or even love this book, and he was obviously right. On the cover, this is the dust jacket, looks like this. And then we have the back of it. And it says the same as on the box in which the books came in. Now these ashes have grown cold. We open the old book. So let's open it. I will remove the dust jacket for a while. And let's see this. So here we have the cover. Very nice, very beautiful. You can see it like there's two, Gardens of the Moon, Steven Erikson, and you have the back like this. Yeah. So I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but this is great art, I think. If we open the book, we have like this. Very nice illustration. We all know who that is if we have read Malazan Book of the Fallen, but I won't tell you if you don't know. And here we have something I can say. This is the blue city of Darujistan, or how you pronounce it. Very, very nice. Very, very beautiful. To get a glimpse of this, I think epic. And they say on the back of some of the books, Homeric in scope. I would definitely say that. It reminds you and me, I think, of the Iliad and the Odyssey, for example, but also other mythological stories from Nordic mythology and Hindu mythology, for example. This is signed, so it looks like this. Beautiful. I have a few signed copies by Steven Erikson now. I'm really enjoying that. And we have the page are painted, so it will be very exciting to see how this looks finally then with all the 10 books in the bookshelf. It's accessible, I mean, to read. I have the books over there. It's from Subterranean Press. They are difficult to read because they are so heavy, but I think these books are more accessible. If you haven't really don't know so much about Malazan, you can see all the books there. The pages are nice. I think the maps are big and good because in the mass market paperback, the maps are not so good, so it's difficult to see. And here you have the map. Beautiful. And that's about it, I think. There is another illustration here. See if I can find it here. Charcoal, I think it's called, but this is very nice. Very beautiful. And then you have the pages itself. How can it look like? It can look like this. Erikson starts always with historic facts or poems or anything, a kind of epigraph. The same goes for co-creator Ian C. Esselmont. Looks great. So that's the first one. Second one that came to me is Deadhouse Gates. Very well-known book, the same as that one. Looks like this. Very beautiful. On the back, it says, of the dust jacket, it says, it is one thing to lead by example with half a dozen soldiers at your back. It is wholly another with 10,000. Looks like this, and like this, right? Good, very beautiful. One thing that you will recognize if you read Malazan is that there are a lot of names, a lot of gods, a lot of characters, a lot of POVs. How do you tackle that? Do you follow the a few characters, or do you try to remember everything? Maybe you write it down in a notebook. I'm not sure because this is massive. I can really see myself reading this for 4 or 5 times. I'm on my second reread now, as you know, and I'm about to finish Midnight Tides, hopefully this month at least, or later. Now it's February, right? So probably in March. Front cover, like this, maybe like this. Yeah. And then we have the back. If we open the book, we have art, beautiful art. And also here we have something interesting. I won't spoil you with that, but it's a nice picture. And we have the signature. I don't obviously Erikson did not have a blue ink, he had black ink, so it looks like this. I rather watched a lot of ice hockey at the same time. You have the painting on this side of the pages. Yeah, the map of the 7 cities, great continent, beautiful. Yeah, we have the Raraku Desert. Erikson is an archaeologist and ENC as well. I think that affects the Malazan books strongly. And I really enjoy that aspect. It's also very philosophical and very, very deep. As many of you know, it's about compassion. I have a quote for you about compassion. I will end this video with that quote. See if maybe you have other quotes that you like in the book that is philosophical. I would be interested to hear what you pick up and what you ponder upon when you read Malazan. Great art. Right. So that's the Deadhouse Gates. Then we have the third book. It's Memories of Ice. The dust jacket, I think is looks like this. And on the back it says, "We humans do not understand compassion. In each moment of our lives, we betray it. We know it. We know of its worth. Yet in knowing, we then attach to it a value. We guard the giving of it, believing it must be earned. Tilan imas. Compassion is priceless in the truest sense of the word. It must be given freely in abundance." Yeah, so compassion. Very nice. I think this will be right for you, right? Let's do like that. If I'm wrong, yeah, right. So, and if we remove the dust jacket, see how it looks. It looks like this. Actually, very nice without the dust jacket. If you collect books, do you remove the dust jackets or do you have them on? Like this. This is the third book, Memories of Ice. And we have art inside, of course. This one. In the back of the last pages, we have this one. Looks great. We have the illustration on the pages. And signature as well by Mr. Steven Erikson. I'm very proud to have these books, as you understand. And we have the maps again, Janabakis. And we have a kapustan. And if you don't know, or you didn't know, there is always a dramatis persona, which is quite large. And in the end of all the Erikson books and the ENC books, you have, I would say, different kinds of lore. Also good if you really like lore. I'm not sure. Do you like lore? I really, that's one of the enjoyment for me reading fantasy and also playing some games, board games and computer games. At the moment, I'm playing Pillars of Eternity, which I think is the most Malazan-esque video game out there, especially the CRPGs. Now there is a new one as well, Avowed. But also I have some board games that I play, Avowed, not Avowed, the Oathsworn, I mean. This one also has a lot of lore, but books, video games, and board games are different kind of storytelling. I have a video on that if you are interested from last year. So that was the how the books looked. Not sure if I can do this properly. It looks good. Try to do this. This is the how it looks if you put them together like this. And if you do it even better in the right order, then it will be like this. Yeah, right. This is correct. So this is nice. It's very beautiful. It's good to have on the bookshelf. You can read them. I usually read the books, my collector books, or the books that have better paper, beautiful illustrations. I hope one day that Steven Erikson and ENC as the books will become even more famous. So the price will come more reasonable for many people to buy these illustrated books. If we compare it to The Lord of the Rings, we have a lot of beautiful, quite cheap hardcover books. Then he has sold a lot of more books, of course. But I have faith and hope that the Malazan books will grow during time and over the years. Do you think that will happen? I'm not sure if you do, but and what can we do to improve the popularity of the Malazan Book of the Fallen? I'm eager to meet more Malazan readers out there. So that was the video on the Broken Binding books. I recommend you to buy them. Unfortunately, if you're still here, I was a bit unlucky with the delivery for especially Gardens of the Moon, but so it was a bit damaged, a bit of nitpicking. But if you really love Malazan like I do, you want to have the books coming. You want the books to come in perfect shape, and I have a lot of books from Broken Binding now, and they all look very good. So really sad that it wasn't so with the Gardens of the Moon. Luckily, I will get the book replaced, and also a small refund on Memories of Ice and Deadhouse Gates with 10%, and also a new map. The map I showed was a bit uh, damaged in the corners. So that is not the usual thing for Broken Binding. I think that's important to say. Also important to say that this is not a sponsored video at all. I don't want to have that kind of relationship with the company, and I'm doing this as a hobby, as you know. As you know, my time is scarce for BookTube, but I will try to do more Malazan videos during the year. At the moment, I'm looking at the Pantheon, and I would like to share that with you during spring, sometime at least. Because the Pantheon in Malazan Book of the Fallen is a bit different from other pantheons in other fantasy, because maybe that's more gods that we pray to get a good harvest or to get luck in war. The gods in Malazan have an active role. They are, as Steven Erikson says, Olympian, and they have flaws, and they don't act with logic. I would like to highlight that a bit more and see what you think about that, of course. Other things that are coming up on the channel is book review of Rukio's Howling Dark, and also an interview with him. I'm in Stonewilder, as you know. I will move on to a sale. I think it's after that, and I have a lot to do, as you hear. And here's the Midnight Tides currently reading. So there's a lot of Malazan focus at the moment, but also some sci-fi that I'm reading. And if you look my up-to-date for the coming year, you also saw that I read some philosophy, especially Albert Camus, or Camus, Albert Camus. And so I have a lot of things for you later. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please comment, please like, please share if you want to, of course, and also please subscribe if you liked this video. Have a nice day wherever you are in the world. Bye.